Good morning, everyone. My name is Daniela May de Guzman,
And I'm Alisa Antoinette Bose.
And I am Garcia Randalmico.
and we are here to present the Central Luzon cluster. For the introduction, Central Luzon, designated as Region 3, is an alternative region in the Philippines. It is located at the heart of Asia, and it is primarily serving to organize the seven provinces of the vast central plains of the island of Luzon, which is also considered as the largest island in the Philippines. The region contains the largest plain in the country and produces the most of the country's rice supply, earning itself the nickname Rice Granary of the Philippines. For the Chapter 2, the areas of the Central Luzon are Subic-Clark-Tarlac Corridor. With the opening of various investment opportunities in economic zones in Clark and Subic, the corridor covers areas with rapid growth potentials for the industrial, tourism, and agricultural sectors. Other areas are Nueva Ecija, Pampanga, Bulacan, Zambales, Bataan, and Aurora. Central Luzon covers the provinces of Aurora, Bataan, Bulacan, Nueva Ecija, Pampanga, Tarlac, and Zambales. And for the map of the Central Luzon, it shows the seven provinces. And for the chapter 4,
For the chapter 4, market access and connectivity, the first one is Clark International Airport. It's an international airport located within the Clark Freeport Zone between Angeles and Mabalacat in the province of Pampanga. For Iba Airport, is an airport serving the general area of Iba, located in the province of Zambales in the Philippines. It is one of the 5 airports in Zambales. It is classified feeder airport by the Air Transportation Office. Subic International Airport, or also known as Naval Air Station QB Point. U.S. Naval Air Station QB Point was a United States Navy aerial facility located at the edge of Naval Base Subic Bay. When the base closed, the air station became the Subic Bay International Airport and is still operating today. The next is Plaridel Airport. Plaridel was opened in 1935 and was used during World War II. When it was used as a ground for training fighter pilot, it is located in Plaridel, Bulacan. And the operator is Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines. This operator is a body of Department of Transportation. Laredo Airport was temporarily closed on July 9, 2007 following a crash involving two Cessna 150s that killed 3 persons, an instructor and a student from WCC Aviation School and another student. On March 17, 2018, 10 people, which include all passengers and crew on the aircraft, and a further 5 people on ground, were killed after a Piper PA-32 crashed into a residential area near the airport shortly after taking off. Despite of the dark past, they still use the airport as a training facility for all types of pilot. And the airport is popular landing sites for amateur pilots. Baler Airport Airport Baler Airport has a two name. The one is Baler Airport and the second one is Dr. Juan C. Angara Airport. This airport is serving general area of Baler. The reason why this airport has a two name because it named after Juan C. Angara. This airport is classified as a community airport. For the Chapter 5, Strength, Minungalao National Park is home to some of the most beautiful and pristine nature in central Luzon. In this cluster, they have lots of ecotourism that tourists can enjoy. And this cluster has many historical sites like Biak na Bato National Park, Subic Spanish Gate, and Nayong Filipino Art. In Nayong Filipino Clark, they can enjoy the different houses in the Philippines. They put it in the one place so that people don't go in many places.
For the weaknesses, first one is there are few areas development for tourism. Former RDC chairman, Congressman Oscar Rodriguez believed that Central Luzon has huge potential as a tourist destination, enhanced by the presence of a major gateway in Clark International Airport and stretches of expressways that truly make traveling to and in Central Luzon now a more welcome activity. And Central Luzon and surrounded by the glittering waters of the China Sea. The enormous cross certainly does look impressive. And the last one is some of the attraction are far from the province. And we can't go to our destination easily. For example, is in Anawangin Cove in Zambales. How to get there? From Cubao or Manila, ride a bus bound for Iba or Santa Cruz, Zambales, and alight at San Antonio Public Market. Upon arrival, take a tricycle to Pandakit, then rent a boat to Anawangin. Travel time to this tourist destination in Luzon is around 4 to 5 hours. Next slide. For the opportunities, the first one is the various infrastructure projects in Central Luzon are expected to help stimulate business activities in the region. The second one is good community resources. The third is ability to draw visitors. And the last one is accessibility and availability of services.
Central Luzon is a combination of towering mountains, extinct and active volcanoes, lush, verdant farmlands, and natural sea harbors. One of its strengths is the eruption of Mount Pinatubo. It altered the geographical features of the region, particularly in Pampanga, and many municipalities is possibly covered by lahar. Other threats are natural disasters, climate change, and miss out on the benefits and opportunities from tourism. For the market development opportunities, Central Luzon cluster, key products are beach resort, events, and nature. Strategic strategic products are MICE, shopping, entertainment, and sports, and for its opportunity, medical retirement and ecotourism. But there are specific market development opportunities for each provinces, such as in Aurora, they are famous for surfing and country getaway. Bataan Historical Place, in Bulacan, they are famous for arts, cultural, and historical center. In Nueva Ecija, agritourism and nature adventure destination. In Pampanga, the culinary hotspot. In Subic Clark, leisure sports and MICE hub. Interlac, pilgrimage and ecotourism site. And lastly, in Zambales, beach and mountain hideaway.
For the Chapter 7, Key Development Deficiencies and Needs, for the access and connectivity, the airport in the province of Pampanga, Philippines is undergoing major expansion, which involves the construction of a second passenger terminal building. The new terminal will increase air transport capacity for the greater capital region. Spread across 110,000 square meters, the new terminal will have the capacity to accommodate 8 million passengers annually, increasing the total airport capacity to 12.2 million. It features 18 passenger boarding bridges, 3,881 parking spaces, and 20 bus parking spaces. For the tourist site and attraction development, Central Luzon is an all-around destination with great diving, hiking, bird watching, and surfing. It has a variety of landscape to explore, beaches to relax on, and urbanized cities to wander around. Day trips from Manila are the most practical, but several days exploring the volcanic calderas and landscapes or relaxing on nearby beaches can also be worthwhile. And last, for the tourist accommodation needs, Central Luzon tourism industry shall likewise be developed, such those along its beaches and inland waterfalls. Its basic services, which include education, health, and telecommunication.
For the chapter 8, ecotourism site, the first one is Puning Hot Spring. The attraction's name derives its root from the word punang, which in the Aita language means full of trees. Despite of the volcanic eruption in 1991, they still see the place beautiful. In this hidden paradise, the Aitas serve as a therapist dressed in pristine white scrub with tribal print accent and take guests on the spa journey of a lifetime. In visiting Puning Hot Spring, there are few things you can look forward to. The first one is the 4x4 ride. Guests ride special 4x4 jeep driven by guide who is only one license to operate this off-road vehicle on the way to the resort. Everyone is given helmet for safety and advised to stay seated. But of course, it's not 4x4 ride if one doesn't feel the wind whipping through his face and hair. It is a 40 minutes drive to Station 2 from Station 1. And they said the best time to use the vehicle, the 4x4, is when it's raining season. Hot spring, in the Puning Hot Spring, one guest arrive at Station 1, they will surely stand in awe at the landscaping of the different hot spring, nipa huts, and lush greenery surrounding them. There are a total of 13 hot springs with temperature ranging from 40 to 70 degree. Sun Spa. Station 2 is where relaxed guests can be slow roasted in an outdoor sauna as they are buried in real volcanic ashes up to their necks while covered in a breathable cotton robe. The sun is seriously warm and being buried will cause guests to sweat profusely. And last, Station 3. The 8 hot spring pool and a single cold spring pool where guests can take one last look at the vast beauty that the Pinatubo landscape has to offer. Afterward, guests are taken back to Station 1 where there is a restaurant which served a, a buffet of Filipino cuisine. The next is Dicasalarin Cove. Dicasalarin Cove is a secret beach cove owned by the Angaras in Baler. It's open for the guests staying in Bahaya de Baler who avails the tour package with a gate pass. But for those who are not staying in Bahaya, they need to pay their entrance fee for 300 pesos. Definitely have a lot of given aside from being the country best surfing spot. And next is Pamulaklakin Forest Trail is one of the Bay famous tourist attraction. This is best spot to meet Aitas or Agtas. In this attraction, they can enjoy and they teach the people how to survive in jungle and the tourists can enjoy the 30 minute trek in Pamulaklakin Forest. The second, the next is Marikit Park. This park is ideal for the children and young at heart who simply want to have a relaxation. It is also the one of the earliest park of Olongapo. It has become famous in its time. Marikit Park is near Gordon College, the museum, the convention center, and the library. So the student of the nearby who always go there to review their lesson, take snack, or chat with their friends. And also in that park, they put the RA5 Vigilante, which now serve as the landmark at the main entrance of Marikit Park along Rizal Avenue. For the Subic Safari, this this zoo is different from the other zoo that we always see because this zoo, the tourists they need to ride to the vehicle so that they can experience the tiger and they can feed them. And the next is Nagsasa Cove. It's a San Antonio, Zambales, Nagsasa Cove used to be a typical rocky coast, but because of the Mount Pinatubo, it becomes more beautiful. The, sec, the, s- the, s- The next one is Clark Air Base. It's a Philippine Air Force base on Luzon Island in the Philippines. Clark Air Base was previously a United States military facility. The next one is the Baler. Baler. The next one is the Baler in the Aurora, Mount Pinatubo, and Corregidor Island in Bataan, and Sacred Relic of the True Cross in Tarlac, Magalawa Island in Zamboanga, and Dimatubo Waterfalls in Aurora. Mariones Old Church in San Jose in Tarlac, in Church of Orani in Bataan, in San Guillermo Parish Church in Bacolor, Pampanga.
For the new infrastructure, the Build program is the centerpiece program of the Duterte administration that aims to usher the golden age of infrastructure in the Philippines. Lack of infrastructure has long been cited as the heel of Philippine economic development. One of its projects is the Subic-Clark Railway. This project is a component of the PNR Luzon System Development Framework providing initial freight service between the Subic Bay Freeport Zone and the Clark Freeport Zone and Special Economic Zone, linking Subic Port with Clark International Airport and other major economic hubs in Central Luzon. Next project is the North-South Commuter Railway, or also known as the Clark-Calamba Railway, is a 148 kilometers urban trail transit line being constructed in Luzon. It will run from New Clark City, Tarlac to Calamba, Laguna with 36 stations, and it is expected to be completed by 2024. Next project is the Manila-Clark Railway. It is part of the NSCR project. This railways aims to connect New Clark City to Calamba. This infrastructure development program aimed at reducing traffic congestion in Metro Manila and boosting economic growth. The Manila-Clark Railway project is expected to reduce the travel time to less than 1 hour. Next project is the New Manila International Airport in Bulacan. The project involves the construction and operation and maintenance of a new modern airport in Bulacan with a design capacity of 200 million passengers per year, consisting 4 runways and all aviation-related facilities. For the Chapter 9 conclusion,
For the Chapter 9, Central Luzon is the third largest, highest contributor to GDP, with Bulacan and Nueva Ecija ranking among the top 10 earning province according to the Commission on Audit 2015 Annual Financial Report for LGUs. The region contains the largest plain in the country and produces most of the country's rice supply, earning itself the nickname Rice Granary of the Philippines. Central Luzon is located in the middle part of Luzon Island, and because of that, they are distanced from any major fault lines and protected from typhoons. It enjoys a thriving local economy and is well connected through existing and future road network to the rest of the country. All these factors have raised the region's profile as an investment destination and set its course on toward industrialization.
For the recommendation, Chapter 10, this region is one viable business destination if you're looking to move your venture outside Metro Manila. The landlocked portion of Central Luzon is where the majority of the natural sites are located and it thrives on ecotourism. The last one is Central Luzon is accessible via the North Luzon Expressway and LEX, the Subic-Clark-Tarlac Expressway, and the Tarlac-Pangasinan-La Union Expressway, which connect to Clark to Metro Manila, the Subic Bay Freeport area, and the northern provinces of Luzon, respectively. Try to generate greater economic benefits for local people and enhance the well-being of host communities improves working conditions and access to the industry, make positive contributions to the conservation of natural and cultural heritage, to the maintenance of the world's biodiversity, provide more enjoyable experiences for tourists through more meaningful connections with local people and a greater understanding of local cultural, social, and environmental issues. The last one is try to minimize negative economic, environmental, and social impacts as much as possible.
That's all for the Central Luzon cluster. Dakal salamat.